Oh, look, we got some, yep, some beast tribes here. Oh, the beast tribes are getting along. Oh, I forget her name, but remember, oh, my favorites. These are some of my favorites. The Sahagin and the, not the Vanu, the Nath. They had some of the best, beast tribe quests.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Let us begin. Are they the Vath or the Nath? They're the Vath, okay. I hope that's our adventurer friend. Is it? But he didn't have the things here like that, did he? I don't think he did.
Ah! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are. With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be.
The Exali Beast Tribe, that's the crafting one in ARR, right? Because I never did those.
We too would see your kin liberated, but ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
Yeah, the tempering thing is a big problem here. Ah, that was so long ago. Look how far we've come since the days of the Vanu. Crafters or Ixal.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
I'm down to shoot a cannonball.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
I wish these people, I mean, I recognize the chief and I recognize her from the Sylphs, but I wish this guy was the actual Sahagin guy that we worked with. And then the other dude, the Nath dude, was our adventurer friend. That'd be awesome.
For a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Listen to this patriarch. He's spitting knowledge right now. Boo, peace. Yeah, we're united, Paul.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
But we're far from peace because Fan Daniel is trying to destroy the whole world right now. Fan Daniel is doing Fan Daniel things.
How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
Power through numbers and friendship.
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
Masters of hair as well. Do you think he can see the Nath dude? He's so far back. He should be in the front. He's so small. What Bamerick said. Yeah, we have all these masters. Look at that. Oh, this Hean's here too. We haven't seen Hean in a while, but he's finally here. Bless you. You okay?
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soul Walker? Do not express your passion thus.
These Sahagin priests were always like a little unhinged.
Pretty will have deals, perhaps. Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
Okay, on board. I don't know how to, like, that's such an interesting hat. They all have interesting decorations.
We
Look at that! Look at that hair.
The crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future as allies united in purpose.
This part became meme level because of their facial expressions. Yeah, they're looking over. By the way, we forgot to say hello, Merlwyb. Blah, blah, blah. That's our Merlwyb over there. Where are the goddamn Moogles? We're missing Moogles here.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that mean Leveilleur were here to see it?
We're almost there. I guess because Moogle Beast Tribe isn't linked with the Primal summoning. Isn't their king technically a primal? Or have an evil version counterpart of their Beast Tribe? Wasn't good King Magomag, may his, you know, glorious wings carry him upon the path to insanity. Wasn't he technically a primal?
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I wonder how many Porksies the mother Porksie has spit out by now. She must be working overtime. I don't know if that was Beast Tribe or just some minions that summoned him. I mean, I remember that fight. That was a good fight. Oh yeah, the Namazu aren't here. The Kojin aren't here.
I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern.
Okay, no Mughals, no Namazu, no Kojin.
But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them. That which we call a primal.
Well, yeah, because the Kojin did summon their god dude with their artifacts, right? That was technically a primal, right? So did they just like were they able to take down Lunar Ifrit, or did they just run away? What happened with him? I'm assuming they just kind of escaped, right?
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
How come it's the second order patriarch here? Why not the first order? What's up with the first order? They're the first order. I know how the hierarchy works.
And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
Yep, gotta go for the source. Supply chain.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
Man, look at Nanamo. They're all grown up. Speaking for our peoples. I don't know how much what a Haka is gonna do against an actual lunar primal, right? Because the Vanu, these folk, they battle each other with dancing. Are they gonna battle our foes with dancing too?
But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours?
The Fellowship of the Ring.
The honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
You shall be known as the Fellowship of the Ring. Da 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 da. Great. So where are we going? Can I change the name? I don't. Grand Company of Eorzea. I mean, that sounds standard. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna see.
Might I suggest?
No.
Grand Company of Eorzea. I remember a certain someone pondering it once upon a time, and it seems as fitting a name as any.
No, wait, who was pondering that? Was that who was the one who was pondering that? That was Alphino. Oh, okay, Alphino.
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
We should be called the Pompadorables.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
Kevco. We'll be called Kevco. The Kev Company of Eorzea.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Right, the Grand Company of Eorzea. We should have been called the Fellowship of Eorzea. I would not have gotten... If the game didn't remind us about Grand Company of Eorzea, I would not have gotten the reference. Yes. Me neither. Oh, look at our boy, man. Good sister. Good friend. Good sister. Good fan.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Man, see, after the whole Arnvald thing, and then Estinian joined, it made Alphino smile a little bit. Now he's realizing his dream of the Grand Company. It's a step above the Crystal Braves. Remember the Crystal Braves? That was Alphino's thing, right? And it was people just united against the primal summonings and everything, right? No matter where you were from or what you did. So this is, realized a little bit, right? Graha, how you feel? Right, Riol, my boy, looking dashing as ever, aren't you? I remember back when the whole Crystal Braves plot was unfolding, Riol was like onto something, man. We just didn't have enough time, but Riol was like, he knew something was going down. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. They're good peoples. They want to make the world better. They have the grand ambitions. Unselfishly. As Riol will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. In my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, we were definitely supposed to meet her, I remember, and she didn't show up. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Blade. They stayed for you, man, because you're a cool guy. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? As for my own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak, and that was our creed, and I still strive to live by it to this day. But as time's gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes, from Harry Boulder to Mistress TATARU. We've all got us something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting, which is what being a Scion's all about. See, man, Riol is so dope. Riol's a cool guy, man. And he's reliable. Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Goddamn Ilberd. Well, its founded ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another, who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. We didn't vet anyone, really. Ours was quite a desperate band, and while I will never forgive Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it for all the wrong reasons, eh? It only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because TATARU sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. See? TATARU, she vetted out the Scions, right? And we all passed the background check. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Alice A, you must come quickly. Shardlayan has sent an envoy, who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. Oh shit, really? I can see why they might want Scions to be present, but us specifically? Wait. It isn't who I think it is. Ooh. Ooh. It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, it was told that it was one Fourchenault Leveilleur. Your father? Well now, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be surprising enough, but him? I wonder what he looks like. I'm so curious. Quite. I glean from this that they are taking the matter seriously. Oh, pretty flowers. Fourchenault Leveilleur. Alright, he's got the long hair. The white long hair. Like them. I hope he's nice. Oh my. Look at him.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience.
Oh, listen to that sultry voice from Elder Seedseer. Thank you for granting me this audience.
I am Fourchenault Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
Okay.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fourchenault, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
I mean, this is our first meeting too.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
Hey, okay, so like it's happy, right?
As do you both.
Yeah, nice.
Emilians will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
Okay. I was hoping it was gonna be one of those, like, you know, poor relationships with their father.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health.
I like this guy's coat. He has a cool coat.
Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Leveilleur, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
Okay, so far so good, right?
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the primals.
This guy had such a cool cutscene in the intro cinematic, but also the Coils of Bahamut.
Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
Nice facial hair, too, right?
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene.
Yeah, this guy's all about the business.
And my position remains unchanged.
Oh. Came to deliver the bad news.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
Dang. So, no intervention.
More than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
The fact that we're starting to, bring Sharlayan into the fold here, even if they say no now, I'm sure we're gonna be seeing them in Endwalker, right? You could tell me. No, actually, don't tell me. I lied when I said that. I don't know why I said that, though.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
Like blue balling us here, right? Because Sharlayan's not helping now, but eventually when they come help us, it's gonna be the full force of Sharlayan, right? It's gonna be amazing, right? Right?
The final days. Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald. One in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Okay, this is gonna be one of those scenarios where, they're blind to the truth until they see it, unfolding upon their eyes.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphinaud is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
Trying to imagine what Endwalker is gonna be. Are we gonna, fail in our endeavors here against Xenos and Fandaniel? Bringing us into Endwalker?
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline.
Clearly, seclusion. The seclusion of the Sharlayans, right? They chart the outside world, but they haven't experienced the outside world.
But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war.
They have a choice?
Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice?
The safety of the planet?
It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
But what if the flames of war are already fanned? What if like does the you know what's that meme with the dog in the room of fire where he's like, this is fine? What if that's happening already? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. That's the one.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better.
Okay, so not off to the best start in terms of our first meetings with Fourchenault here.
By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy.
I like how he's like coming at us like, this is all your fault right now. Everything that's happening is your fault.
Fourchenault, Alizé, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur. Yo,
that would like... I mean, it started at 0 and went 100 real quick. Whoa. Fourchenault, yeah. It's like a parent does to their children. Yeah. What was that you were saying about good parent-child relationship? Well, that's what I'm saying. It seemed cool at first. Like, oh, how are you, Dad? Like, good, your mom's good too. And then now all of a sudden we're at, hey, you no longer share my last name.
What?
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
You know, I mean, Fourchenault and Alizé, they're teens, right? This is kind of part of the course for teen-parent relationships sometimes.
Master Fourchenault, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father, wait! Don't bother, Alizé.
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Gotta move on. We got work to do. Right? It's just a name. It's just a name, and you know, metaphorically for family ties and everything, but it's just a name, right? You just got disowned by your parents, and that's it. It's it's fine. I can't hop on this table. What is this magical force that is preventing me from walking on the table?